You should have fun when you're learning English. I know this doesn't seem like a really important topic compared to other language learning topics, but let me assure you that this actually is a really important part of your English learning journey. Having fun while learning the language that you're learning is almost essential. I don't want to say it is essential because obviously some people learn a language, don't want to do it, they don't find it fun, but they just have to, and they end up doing it. Of course, that happens. But for a lot of us who learn languages, maybe you're learning English not because it's absolutely necessary, and if you don't learn it, your whole life is just going to be a disaster. That's probably not the situation for a lot of you. You might feel like you need to learn English to help you with your career or whatever, but it's probably not so essential, life or death for most of you, right? And for that, for you, if that's not your case, if it's not life or death, if it's not absolutely 100% necessary, then you'll probably want to focus a lot on this element of having fun, because having fun is going to make the learning process easier. It's going to make it more efficient. You're going to have better outcomes. So that's what I want to talk about today. I'll talk a little bit about why having fun helps you learn English, how to have fun, maybe, and a little bit about my experience having fun as a language learner. So I'm sure this topic will be interesting for you. As always, you can click on the little subtitle button, and then you'll see the automatic subtitles, which, yeah, they're not perfect, but they're really good, to be honest. So just because I don't add the subtitles here, that doesn't mean that you don't have them available. You can just click on the little button and press English, and then you'll see the automatic subtitles. They're pretty good, to be honest. And of course, you remember to subscribe to the channel, click on the little bell so you get notified if I post new videos. And yeah, let's get into it. All right. Why is it important to have fun? Why is this such a good way, or why does this make the process easier and more effective? Well, when you have fun, your brain learns more effectively. It's more engaged, obviously, right? It's actually interested in what you're feeding it. And because of that, you learn more effectively. This goes for any topic, any subject, right? And you will be able to learn faster, of course, because you're going to be paying more attention to what you're learning. You're probably going to do it more because it's fun. So you spend more time doing it because it's pleasurable. It's not just a chore that you have to do. You actually choose to do it. Maybe in your free time, you actually choose to do this instead of something else. I know for many of you, you probably wouldn't choose to spend your free time learning English if you had the choice. You would probably do something else. But maybe you can make English pleasurable enough where you actually just want to do it, even when you're not forced to, right? And of course, you're less likely to quit or abandon your English learning if you actually find it fun. We don't usually quit things that are fun. We don't usually abandon activities or projects that we really enjoy, right? We tend to stick with those longer because we like doing them, right? Think about a really good book, right? I love books, so for me, this is a good comparison. Or maybe you're not a big reader. Think about a really good TV series that you like, and think about like, let's just say the one that was the funnest for you to watch. You were just super interested in it. What happened? Well, you had fun with it. It was really enjoyable for you to watch that series or read that book. And so your eyes were glued to the screen or glued to the page, and your brain was super engaged, right? You were really interested in what you were watching or reading. And so you were paying more attention to it. You were actually noticing more details. You probably remembered more afterwards. You retained what you watched or what you read. When I think of the books that I've read that I've really, really enjoyed, even though I only read them once, I retain more from those books. I remember more afterwards versus books that I didn't really enjoy that much. I probably remember less, right? My brain didn't pay as much attention, right? And also when you're really having fun and you're engaged with a TV show or a book, you spend more time doing it. Maybe you had a problem stopping or like taking a break from watching that TV show or whatever, right? So think of that and then replace that TV series or that book with an English activity, right? Imagine the results, right? You're having so much fun. You can't stop. It's really easy for you to focus on it because you're really engaged. You remember more. You're paying attention to more details. That would be great, right, for your English as a language learner. So even if you're obligated to learn English, like you feel like you don't really have the choice, you need to learn it because it's going to be essential for you in the future, for your career, your academic career, whatever it may be, your current living situation, whatever it may be. Even if that's your case, even if you're obligated to learn English, why not make it fun so that, number one, you can learn better and enjoy all of those benefits that I just talked about. And number two, actually just have fun with it. You know, it's fun to have fun. Why not try to make it fun, right? So what are some ways that you can make your English learning fun? All right, I'm repeating myself here because I'm sure I've talked about most of these things or all of these things in other videos or other podcast episodes. But we're going to talk about them again today here. So number one, use content you enjoy. This is the obvious one, right? Use content that you actually like to watch or listen to. Podcasts and YouTube videos, audiobooks, TV shows, whatever it is that you actually like, because then you'll get that same effect of your brain being really interested in it. You don't want to stop. You almost forget that you're doing a language learning activity. You're just interested in the story or the topic being discussed. And for me, because I'm not someone who watches TV or movies really, for me, interesting content might be educational content. I like learning things, content about online business, things like that, that are relevant to me. So if I listen to or watch that type of content, it's going to be more enjoyable for me. My brain is going to be more engaged. I'm going to pay more attention, right? Than if I were watching or listening to content that weren't that relevant to me or interesting or fun for me. So use content that you enjoy. Examine your habits in your own language. What type of content do you consume? And then do that in English, right? That's an easy way. That's an obvious one, right? Another way that you can make English more enjoyable is by finding a tutor or a conversation partner who feels like a friend. I've had a lot of experience with this. I've had tutors, conversation teachers that I've really gotten along with, and they're cool people. And like I mentioned, my French tutor in the last video, it just kind of feels like you're talking to a buddy when you have a class with that type of person. And it makes having conversations in the language fun. It's like you're meeting up with a friend for coffee or something. We all like to do that, or most of us like that. So if you can establish a type of connection with a language partner or a tutor who can kind of feel like a buddy, a pal, a friend, that's really going to help. Okay. It makes you look forward to speaking English in your case. For me, I look forward to conversing with my French tutor. It's fun. It's interesting. We talk about business. We talk about his YouTube channel. We talk about my content. We talk about things that are interesting, and it feels like I'm talking to a friend of mine or whatever. So that really helps. It really makes speaking the language a lot more enjoyable. It's not just doing some speaking exercise that you have to do, right? So find a tutor or a conversation partner and start talking to them like a friend, and it'll make things fun, okay? The next thing, take an interest in the culture or part of the culture of the country that speaks the language that you're learning. In your case, English. For a lot of you, the country would be the US. That's why you're listening to me, because you're interested in the American accent and my dialect, perhaps, American culture, maybe. Or for some of you, maybe it's the UK, maybe it's Australia, maybe it's Ireland, whatever. But take an interest in that culture. Obviously, there are going to be parts of the culture that you don't like. Okay, let's just be honest. But there are other parts that probably fascinate you, that probably make you, let's just say, more interested in learning more, and that kind of makes the language more interesting for you. Okay. I remember when I was learning Spanish, I had a fascination with Latin America, with all the countries from Mexico down all the way to the bottom of let's see, Chile, I think, has the southernmost part, even more to the south of Argentina, right? So all the countries from Mexico down to the very southern tip of Chile or whatever. I was fascinated by Latin America. I developed that. I developed an appetite for watching documentaries and things like that about the region. I even imagined myself living in some of these countries and thought that maybe I could, move around and live in different places. I became really fascinated by that whole region of the country, of the world. And that really helped me want to speak Spanish better, right? It really helped me want to understand Spanish better. That was a really big thing for me. I had fun just learning about this whole region and just discovering these cultures and things like that. So that really, really helped me have fun with the language and learn it better, spend more time just watching this type of content or whatever. So take an interest in the culture or part of the culture. That will really help you. And a way you can do that is by taking a trip to that country. This is another piece of advice I have. This isn't possible for some of you, many of you, but if it is possible, do it. Take a trip to the country, study there if you can. Maybe do a short English course or whatever. Not because that course is going to really teach you a ton of English and take you to the next level. It might, but really it's about the experience of being there, and you get immersed in the culture. You get a taste of life there. That really helps you start to become more fascinated by that culture, and it will probably make you want to learn the language even more. It'll help you have more fun and be motivated to do so. I had that experience in Mexico when I did a 5-week course there, a homestay program. It just made me super fascinated. It made me really interested in that country, the culture. So that is something I definitely recommend. And then also track your progress and celebrate your improvement. It's fun to see yourself improve, okay? Record yourself, maybe write in English, and then months later, a year later, record yourself again, continue writing and compare your writing, your speaking, your understanding to what it was a year ago, and celebrate your improvement, right? And really have fun just seeing yourself get better. It's a fun thing, trust me. When you see yourself improving, progressing, it really helps you to continue having fun and helps you stay motivated and all that. So that's another great thing that you can do to keep it fun, keep the language learning process fun. So for me, just speaking from my experience, when I'm having fun, my language learning goes a lot better. I see more improvement. I feel like it's more rewarding. I do it more. I spend more time with it. I don't really have to convince myself to sit down and study. It just comes naturally if I'm having fun. I remember there were some different content creators, French content creators, who I got really interested in, and I just wanted to watch their videos. I was just curious to watch their videos, and I remember just wanting to do that because it was fun. And yeah, I wanted to learn French, but I was just really interested in the content. And so it just really helps when you're having fun. Right now in my French learning, I haven't been having as much fun recently, and so I haven't done it as much, to be honest. I haven't made a whole lot of progress. But if I can rediscover some fun things, like I just mentioned, find someone, a content creator, or maybe have more conversations with my tutor or whatever it may be, if I increase the fun level, I know that my learning is going to go better, right? So it's not like you're always going to be having a ton of fun, but you can do things to add that fun element to your learning. And so I got to do that now because I feel like recently my mind's been, elsewhere. So I haven't had a ton of fun with French, but I want to start having fun again. And I know that's going to be the thing that helps me improve more. So I am also talking to myself here, not just to you. But for you, find things that are fun to do. Follow that advice that I gave you. One thing that is fun is check out my US Conversations podcast. This is a lot of fun. I have conversations with different people from all over the US about different topics. You learn all about the different regions of the country, the different cities. It's a ton of fun. So please check that out. It's great practice for your listening because you get to hear authentic conversations between me and other, usually English teachers, but not always, just different English speakers from around the country. It's a lot of fun. It's great practice for your listening. So check that out. Check out my advanced podcasts and my training and all that. All those links are down below. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have fun with your English learning this week, and I'll talk to you in the next video.